What's the ROI on the results? I'm not sure if you're referring to the last question, Billy, or if there's something else that you're specifically referring to there. Um, ROI, I was having this discussion with a client the other day, and he said, what would be considered a good ROI for marketing? And I said, think of it this way. If you combine anything you're spending on advertising, anything you're spending on an ad agency or somebody that is running your ads for you, if you're paying for that, if you're not doing it in house, if you can put all of your costs associated with advertising in one lump and say, how much return should I get on that? I like to look at it as a 10 times multiple of that. So let's say in a given month, between paying somebody to help you do social media, doing some social media ads, doing Google AdWords, you spent $2,500. My hope would be that $2,500 would help you generate $25,000 in revenue. So roughly 10%. If your return is in that category, you're probably doing okay. If you're spending about 10% on marketing, you're probably doing okay. If you're spending, let's say you spent $2,500 on all your marketing costs and it only produced $7,500 in revenue, well, that's clearly not sustainable. You're spending way too much on marketing to be getting those kind of returns. So my rule of thumb is be looking to try to get, when we're talking about our clients, I'm looking to try to get a 10x or more multiple for the marketing they're spending. So if they're spending $1,000, we want that $1,000 to produce $10,000 in revenue. Spending $2,000, $20,000, and so on and so forth. A 10x multiple of what they're spending. So hopefully, Billy, that helps. Hopefully that answers the ROI question. Again, I mean, I would look at it from a standpoint of, and there's going to be, just to be fair, I'm going to say there's going to be a diminishing returns. It's not forever. So let's say that you're spending $2,500, you're getting $25,000 in revenue. If you're on a certain level of your business growth, you might be able to increase your marketing to $5,000 and maybe expect to get $50,000 in revenue. But you will reach a point where even if you put more money into marketing because of your marketplace demographics, the population, a variety of different things, where you'll start to see a tapering off. Like maybe you put in another $1,000 into marketing and you only see an increase of $5,000 in revenue. You'll start to notice a tapering off, and that's when you're sort of reaching maybe a little bit of a saturation point, or maybe you need to try some different things. But just know that you should be paying attention to that so that you're not overspending on marketing and continuing to put more and more money in the thoughts that it's going to increase revenue. Because in some markets, what you may have is you may run into a situation where you've reached a saturation point and you're having diminishing returns. And then you need to adjust to say, okay, where's the sweet spot of how much I could spend to maximize my returns without crossing over into starting to spend money that's not producing the returns. So